When brewing coffee, you may not realize it, but the size of your coffee grounds will have a big impact on the cup of coffee you produce. The particle size of your ground coffee will affect the speed of your extraction and the overall percent of coffee that is pulled during the brewing process. In a general sense, the purpose of grinding is to aid in the extraction process by exposing more or less surface area to hot water. The particle size of your ground coffee will always depend on the brew method you decide to use. But a good rule of thumb is to remember that most brew methods require a 3 to 5 minute extraction time, which includes all particle sizes. When it comes to grinding your coffee, you'll have two main types of grinders that you'll encounter: hand grinders and automatic grinders. These grinders will utilize either blades or burrs to grind coffee. With a blade grinder, the small blades will move rapidly to grind the coffee. In burr grinders, burrs will work together to grind the coffee. Burrs will always produce a more consistent and controlled particle size as opposed to those grinders that use blades. Comparatively, hand grinders are cheaper and more portable than most automatic grinders. However, these grinders can take a longer time to grind coffee and are not suited for large amounts. Automatic grinders, in addition to producing more consistent results, take less time to grind coffee and can handle larger amounts of coffee. These grinders are more expensive though, and traditionally these grinders run on numerical or alphabetical grind sizes that are not universal in the coffee industry. That is why it's important to understand the concept of grinding via particle size instead. Extra fine ground coffee will resemble flour and is what is used for espresso or Turkish coffee brewing. Fine ground coffee is slightly finer than table salt and can be used for V60s or AeroPress. Medium ground coffee has a similar consistency to sand and can be used for most drip-style brewers. Medium coarse ground coffee will look like rough sand and is used for Chemexes or Kalita Wave brewers. Finally, coarse ground coffee will look like sea salt and is what we use to brew French presses or cold brew coffee. We also recommend following these practices when it comes to grinding. Minimize the amount of time between grinding and brewing, as ground coffee will diminish in quality faster than whole bean coffee. Always weigh your coffee before grinding, as all coffees do not weigh the same. Grinders may also retain some of the beans inside due to a machine's age or wear, so it doesn't hurt to weigh after grinding as well. Don't forget when using your grinder to always purge after making any adjustments to clear old coffee out. You may also need to adjust the particle size of your grind the older your coffee gets, as beans will extract differently as they age. And finally, experiment. You never know the cup of coffee you might find. Keep on brewing, Brewery Stars.